Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
APC is in shock. In fact, Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his government did not see this coming. They never knew, they never expected that Nigerians will wake up. This is serious. The judiciary, of course, they have realized that all eyes are on them. It is not going to be business as usual. They want to see this through. And this is what prompted the judiciary to kind of cut themselves off from any form of bribery. In fact, right now, it is clear that bribing, paying money here and there to secure this, to secure that, is not going to work anymore. No one is going to be shut down. The judiciary are afraid. They are worried. They know that they are not just there to serve the interests of one person. They are supposed to be blind. That is what the judiciary is. They are supposed to be blind to race, tribe. They are supposed to be blind to ethnicity. They are supposed to be blind to whatever it is. All that needs to be addressed is justice, justice, justice. I want you to stay put from the beginning of this video to the end of it, as you're about to hear what you have never heard before. I'll be here with you. We'll analyze this video from the beginning of it till the end of it. Like and share this video. It's very important, very important. And if you're just coming across this channel, tap on the subscription button and please turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to get alerts whenever videos such as this are dropped. And also, very important, tap on the thanks button to encourage us to do even more. Let us get right into this one.
The events of the past month leading to the conduct of the 2023 general elections and the outcry of Nigerians following the outcome, which is widely believed not to reflect the will of the majority of the electorate, is not new to us gathered here this afternoon. This verdict has been expressed by local and international observers and crowned by the much detailed and indicting report of the EU election group, observer group, and Inec presided over the most shabbily organized election in the history of our country. Today, the battle for the redemption of our democracy has moved to the temple of justice. Can Nigeria judiciary stand up to the occasion and save our democracy? This is the reason we are gathered here today, to urge our judiciary not just to redeem their image, but to save our democracy and write their names in the gold plate of history, to resist all forms of intimidation from every quarter and deliver justice to the people of Nigeria. The statement credited to the Nigerian ambassador to the Republic of Guinea, John James Usanga, that annulment of the 2023 presidential election on the basis of the less than 25% votes scored by Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a wake-up knock for vigilance and for us to state the facts as it is before the truth is distorted. It is no longer a hidden fact that outside the manipulations and distortion of the February 25, 2023 election results that brought him to power, there were other weighty controversial issues about the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu that squarely disqualified him and made him ineligible to be fielded as a presidential candidate ab initio. Amongst were the forfeiture of money to the US government some years ago, fielding a fake degree to the Nigerian electoral body, lie about dual nationality on the prescribed election form, which constitute forgery. Added to this was the non-achievement of 25% votes in the FCT as stated in the Nigerian electoral extant laws. It is therefore not surprising to every reasonable thinker and analyst that this government is built on illegality and cannot stand the actual test of law and will be extremely difficult to win the people's confidence. This is the reason the coup d'etat in Niger Republic and the junta will readily dismiss any statement from the Nigerian government and indeed ECOWAS as nothing and of no effect. Public remarks by social commentators across the globe had insisted that the illegality of the Nigerian president and ECOWAS leader has made it difficult to effectively intervene in the Nigerian crisis. This is an apt demonstration of the level of unacceptance this administration has subjected itself by her desperation for power. If the judiciary is muzzled down by corrupt forces that are very desperate for power, then Nigeria is doomed to eventual collapse. But if the judiciary is able to hold sway and live up to its billings at this most auspicious time, Nigeria certainly will be restored to our enviable position in the community of nations. Whichever, the fate of Nigeria now rests on the willingness of Nigerians to press harder for sanctity of our constitution and electoral laws and say no to injustice. Let's take back our country, wake up Nigerian youths, and reject the illegitimate Inec selected president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu must be disqualified. Thank you, and God bless you.
For the disqualification of the president, are you calling for? Is it that you're calling for the tribunal to do the right thing, or the call is what particularly I don't actually understand? Is it the tribunal, or you're asking, or what basis are you calling for the disqualification of the president's name?
Well, the bases are clear, but we will forgive you because you said you came in late. The press conference is tagged Nigerian judiciary save our democracy. So the call is to the judiciary. And from our narrative, the elections have been conducted and the matter is before the courts. And all we are doing as a political pressure group is to ask the Nigerian judiciary to do the right thing. Of course, this call became almost very much necessitated based on the statement of the ambassador of Nigeria to Guinea-Bissau, which, of course, you know the ambassador represents the president and represents the nation. And so we quickly have to respond to the fact that he has said that if the president was disqualified or the election nullified on the basis of not scoring 25%, that the country will be thrown into anarchy. We saw that as an affront on the judiciary and a way to intimidate them. And so it was, and we also saw it as being economical with the truth, because 25% inability to achieve 25% is not the only case or evidence before the tribunal. And so he needed to tell the world every other thing that is before the tribunal that makes the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu an illegal presidency. And so that truth is what we are telling the people, and also calling on the judiciary to stand by whatever evidence is before them and give justice to the people of this country.
I want to find out if this group is a breakaway or subsumed under the People's Democratic Party, because I'm seeing People's Democratic Coalition. That is one. Second one is your principal, Alaji Atiku Abubakar, recently called on the tribunal to declare him the winner of the election, going by the fact that he claimed he won 21 states of the federation. The votes cast. Wouldn't that be jumping the gun? Since the matter is already before the tribunal. Thank you, sir.
Well, clearly, the People's Democratic Coalition is a group that started over a year ago under the aegis of the South-South Democratic Coalition. But right now, more Nigerians are embracing it, and so we don't want to restrict it to South-South. And so it is a pan-Nigerian political pressure group. It is not a breakaway from the People's Democratic Party. It is a non-partisan group which will admit anyone who is ready to fight and defend the democracy of this country. I'm very sure that you are aware that after the election, many parties have gone to sleep by every name. And most Nigerians have died in the process of defending parties. But right now, we rather stand to defend democracy and not parties. And that's exactly why we are saying the tribunal should look at the justice of the matter and deliver judgment. And of course, in the second part of your question, there are many prayers before the presidential election petition tribunal. And one of the prayers is that our principal and the presidential candidate of the post-democratic party have been able to prove beyond every reasonable doubt that he won in 21 states. And of course, if you went through the proceeding, Inec never said no. Inec is supposed to defend that, but Inec admitted. And so that clearly places him in a position that he can be declared. However, there are other prayers which have also been prayed, including the nullification of the election and all of that. So it is in the wisdom of the court to decide upon which premises the judgment will be given.
So this question is, the next question is just out of this premise. 2 days ago, precisely on Thursday, we saw the president name his cabinet. Sorry, he named the nominees, and one of those mentioned is a member of your party, the former River State governor. I want to look at that based on the fact that one, he's a member of the PDP. Do you think that that's nomination does it put down well with you and your party?
Well, clearly, we are talking about a government that is illegal. And so every other thing they are doing is illegal, so it's not worth discussing until legality is instituted. Thank you.
I want you to give it. Are you calling for illegality?
Are you calling for him to be withdrawn or something?
I said I can't discuss a government that we know is illegal until a legal government elected by the Nigerian people and not the one selected by the dubious Inec is in place. We can't start discussing. You can't build something on nothing. There is presently no foundation. And so whatever they are doing is building castles in the air. When the right thing is done, everything you see now will fade into the oblivion.
I am sure you watched the video from the beginning of it till the end of it. Now you can see voices being raised about the illegality, not because this has not been present, but now voices are being raised and the only due process is to go through the judiciary. There is no other way through the judiciary, and the judiciary must stand with integrity, and that is the reason why this has to be pursued to the end of it. There are those who have lost hope, lost interest in it. Some are saying, well, this will be tried in the next 4 years. Of course, it will be very difficult to kick out an incumbent government, regardless of if it is illegal or not. And it is only the judiciary that can determine and conclude if this government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is illegal or not. And also, some are saying in the next 8 years, whoever that is contesting or whoever that is going to the court will have opportunity to prove once again that they are legit and not this government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Whatever angle or position that you are in, I want you to drop it in the comment section below. Is this government an illegal one? And why is it illegal? Are there things that you have seen? Are there facts that you have on your hands? I want you to drop it in the comment section. It's very important because people are not satisfied. And there are some who are also saying, well, if the opposition won, if PDP won, if it was a Labour Party that won the election, if it was Peter Obi that is the president of Nigeria, will there be peace and calm? Won't people who are in support of these other various parties, wouldn't they come out to say the same thing, saying this is illegal, they have been robbed and all of that? And where is there ever, because that has always been the talk now, is there any other day, time, season where elections has been, has gone free and fair in Nigeria? And why is this government being looked at as illegal? Because they never thought or they knew that Bola Ahmed Tinubu had all these strings, even though they were opposition, even in his own internal party. I want you to like and share this video. I want you to subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.